All right, welcome to Hummingbird Ranch. This is going to be a tour for those of you that are looking at purchasing the ranch, and I'll show you how everything works, how everything operates. I'll also give you some of my brainstorming ideas on what I wanted to do with the property and what my plans were for the house, both inside and outside. And I'll show you guys some of the views and things to look forward to. So I'll be right back with you. Welcome home. So this is the front door, and as we go in, I'll show you exactly how I plan to live here forever. The only problem was I needed more water for my animals, more water for my orchards, and more land to be able to farm. So as you come in the front door, I've done 3 motion sensor lights. One at the front door, so when you come in, they're set to daylight, so during daylight they don't pop on. The second one is going to be right here at top of the stairs, so that way the stairs light up for you. And the third is going to be right over there, so when you walk into the room it pops the light on. But like I said, with the daylight timer, it senses daylight, so you don't need to waste electricity on the solar. So let's get back to the beginning, and I'll show you the start of what I've done, what I've accomplished, and what you can look forward to. So to start off with, I built this 12 by 20. This was the original, and it's got the kitchen, it's got the dining room area that my Christmas tree is just sitting here. And then I went ahead and built the pantry on next. Then I built on the sunroom, and then I built on the downstairs and the upstairs that we're going to look at. So when you come into the front door, I wanted a mudroom inside without the extra doors and everything like that. So what I did was I put screws in the wall, I hang all my jackets, put all my boots, my shoes, everything. I've got 2 big dry erase boards that I keep my schedule 1 month after the next month, so that way I can keep going that way. And I know that says March because some of you will point it out, but it's actually May. I've got to get that changed. And then I started doing a little bit of pretty work. So for any of you that are looking at purchasing Hummingbird, my goal was, like I said, everything's under construction. It's not finished, but this is where you can design it how you want to. But my idea was all the cinder block, the stairs, everything like that, all the dirt. I was going to stucco everything to make it have the nice adobe finish and kind of give it the cave effect. Then over top the plywood everywhere, I was going to do tongue and groove blue beetle kill because it's a real light color. It has the blue accents to it, which will help give it a lighter, beachy, fresh kind of feel. That was my idea. And I was going to do the same thing everywhere. So, here in the kitchen, I got the propane stove. I have a propane tank that sits inside of this cabinet here. So that way I'm not burning electricity. One thing I was going to do in the next year or two, and then now I found this 50-acre ranch that I'm moving to, I was going to buy a kitchen queen. And for those of you that don't know about kitchen queens, they're a wood stove. And you can heat with it and cook with it, and they're really, really good stoves. So the kitchen queen has the exhaust that would go right up and out. So that way, if you want to get a kitchen queen, you're more than welcome to, and that will get that set up. The next thing that I was going to be doing is closing off this doorway, bringing this wall out, cut in a doorway where this mirror is into the bathroom. So that way that gave me another thing of counter space, give me cabinets underneath, and a little bit more overhead room. After that, I would be turning this bathroom. I would be ripping out this side closet, ripping out the corner shower, and I would make a rectangle shower the whole length of the room, which is approximately 4 foot wide. So that way it gave more shower room, more, I could do a bathtub in there, and it's not so confined and small. The toilet, brand new, no problems there. Then here in the pantry is where I have all the utilities. I have the washer, the propane dryer, and you can see I got a propane tank here. One valve runs to the dryer, one valve runs to the on-demand hot water propane heater. So the propane does not run on the heater or the dryer until they're turned on. So when you lift a lever in the shower or the sink, it will then turn on the hot water heater and you have hot water. So all my water is drawn by this pump from tanks that are underneath the 12 by 20. It comes here into the pressure tank. Then it goes up there through a 3-tier filter system that I've done. I buy big boxes of filters on eBay. They come out to roughly $2 a filter, and I change them out every 3 months. I have a shut-off valve on each side, so that way you can shut it off, change out the filters, plug the new filters in, turn your water pressure right back on, you're good to go. And then of course I've done all different shelving for beans and food. I got industrial shelving from like Walmart, or what Walmart uses. I have my freezer here. I have my fridge here. I would highly recommend whoever purchases Humminbird that you get rid of both of these and do a side-by-side to save on electricity. Now we go over here. So the dining room, we have a big area for kitchen table and chairs. And then you got the counter here, the double sink with the garbage disposal in case you want to use the garbage disposal. I had this trap door right here that holds, I have buckets of rice down here as a prepper standpoint. And I've got 3 tanks that hold water underneath the house, so you don't have to worry about freezing. And you can see the house is on Earthship tire foundation capped with concrete. So it's not just dirt on the top, it's concrete across the top and then the boards. So that will hold 700 gallons for you. Then this was a rocket stove that I built, but because I have solar panels up here, I couldn't run the flue straight up, and I tried to run it out through that wall, and the draw just didn't work. So what my goal here was, I was going to stucco this again, cut the barrel off, and then I was going to put a cushion across, and where I put these bolts sticking out, I was going to make a table so I could bolt a table coming out that would fold down and everything like that. So when you're sitting here eating your dinner on the bench, this is what you're looking at. Because in the kitchen, you're a bit too far away. And one thing I wanted to do was all the windows. So I have these windows that suck up so much sunlight, and they help heat the house with passive heat through the winter. And during the summer, you just close all the curtains. And I've run everything on coated cables, so that way you could just open and close, and it has all the clips you can change out to whatever curtains you want, and it makes everything simple. Now I have 3 of these big windows down here in the sunroom. They're from sliding glass doors. They're double pane insulated. I took the frame off, put the glass in, and used 1x4s and 1x6s to frame the windows in. And that way you have a picturesque view. My bad. Couldn't think of the word. Anyhow, so that's the windows. Then I have my couch setting here. I just had this because I wasn't buying a TV stand for my TV, my DVD player, and everything like that. Then I'll take you over here and show you where all this power comes from. Give me 1 second, get the light turned on. So in here I have a giant Outback inverter for a 24 volt. I got 2 charge controllers for the 2 different sets of solar panels. My mate there at the top, all the guts and all that. I have 8 deep cell batteries. And what I would recommend, if you're not used to living off grid, you might want to get another set of batteries and another 4 solar panels. Then at that point, you have no worries about electricity. But if you're willing to live a little bit simpler, then this system will do just great, because it's worked for me for all these years. Also, here's the breaker box. So all the breakers are ran, and I also have everything labeled there, so you know exactly where everything is. And then if we come out this back door, I was going to build a spare bedroom here and take this door out, so this way this just walked into the spare bedroom. This is where I keep the generator. It's a 7500 running watt generator, and I hook up 100-pound propane tank, and this yellow cable comes right in, and you can see it's right there coming over and coming down and coming into my system. So that way, on cloudy days, snowy days, or rainy days, or days without sun, you have a secondary source of power that's a lot cheaper than gasoline or diesel, and you don't have the mess of spilling it. You fill the tank up, you use a dolly, and you roll the tank over with the dolly. There's my dolly right over there. And once again, no matter where you are here, you have the beautiful views. So let's get on upstairs, and I'll show you my ideas upstairs. Here at this pylon, I was going to run a hose. I was going to dig all this out, build a fish tank here at the bottom, and have a running waterfall. That was just an idea. That's up to you on what you want. So all the stairs are poured concrete and cinder block and rebar. I also have plenty of supports. Let's see. Okay, so I have this support here holding down the center almost of the upstairs. I also did the center all the way down here, all the way through. I have a lag bolted board at the bottom. I also had the hurricane ties at the floor joist, and everything screwed in to the wall. So everything is double, if not triple, secure. My overhead for this big opening, I did 4 boards. You only need 2, but I went ahead, spent that extra $40 a board to just make everything stronger. I also put 2 boards on each side instead of 1, just to gain a little more strength, and just because I like to have a solid house. And also, all the wood in the house is 3/4 inch plywood, so it's super strong. You can put a screw in the wall and hang anything you want. At the top of the stairs here, you have a door going out to what I was going to turn into a patio. I was going to keep digging this back and then get a pump concrete truck and have the pump come over the house and go ahead and pour a big concrete patio. And then, of course, from the concrete patio, with a hot tub and everything else, you would have the beautiful views. I built a little chicken coop here that I had everything all fenced in, and I've taken all that down to make everything look a little bit cleaner. And you can see the property is all woods, and I've spent years of trimming all the branches up, cleaning out the dead stuff, and I made piles of the dead stuff to turn into hygge culture beds eventually, which now I won't be doing. And then once again, you have the big sliding glass windows. You come right up the stairs. Here's the railing. There's your view coming into focus. And that's what you have to look forward to. And I have 3 more sliding glass windows there. And we have the 4 solar panels here, and then I have one that hangs off the roof there, and one down here that hangs off the roof there. But this is the view that you have from the upstairs. And this is a view that I am terribly gonna miss, because the 50-acre ranch does not have the snow-capped mountains right up close and personal where you can lay in bed and see that. And that will bring us to the bed. So I made these drawer systems that slide out so you can store stuff. And from the bed, you lay in bed, you have this view. You can look at the stars and just sit back, read a book, or look outside, watch the clouds go by, and just enjoy. I am so going to miss this view. Next, I have this 4x8 closet that I did 16 feet of hanging space, so you have plenty of storage space. I just, like I said, with plywood, I just sink screws wherever and use them for hanging. The bedroom is nice and huge. I have the couch chair up here. I got the dresser there, and you can see you got plenty of space. Now with the bathtub, that's not installed because I don't take baths, but I got it cheap. And I set it to the side because I've turned the bathroom into a greenhouse. Because once again, with all the windows and everything else that I have, it's nothing like being able to grow your own food inside your house instead of having to go outside and work in a greenhouse. So it's easy to convert it right back to a bathroom. All the plumbing's already in. We had the double vanity sinks that I put in. Over here behind this wall is the toilet, and this is all the plumbing, the septic line for the bathtub, and then clip into the water line for the bathtub for that. The next thing, let me get over here, is going to be the sliding glass door. The sliding glass door, I open, shut the screen, open the door downstairs, and it draws the air through. But what my goal was, is I wanted to put a plastic composite decking on top of this roof, do black wrought iron railing around, because then I could sit outside summertime in the morning with my coffee or tea and take in the sights. And I wanted to do a couple lounge chairs for sunbathing. Then the next project was taking off this gutter here and running a roof all the way out just past the cinder block walls for this hygge culture bed downstairs. And then that way, this would be a hallway down here, and the roof would be over top the cinder blocks, over top the hygge culture bed, and then I could put windows along this wall up to the roof. So this way, this would be an indoor greenhouse year-round. Wintertime, I could open my door, let the heat the downstairs, and then during the summer, I keep my front door closed. It keeps the heat inside there, and I can open the windows, let the bugs and everything like that pollinate and do their stuff to the plants and go from there. We also have two 3,000 gallon water tanks plus the 275 gallon tanks underneath the roofs. My upstairs roof, I ran this pipeline so it goes right into a screen filter, so that way you don't have to pump that. And I just have a cheap water pump that I use. I hook up a hose and I pump this tank in there, and I have a water tank over there by the green pole at the bottom for this upstairs roof. So it's not much work, and you get plenty of water as long as you're not raising 250 animals. You want a 2-acre orchard and a 3-acre farm like my plans are. So you got plenty of water for showers, laundry, washing cars, whatever you want to do, and everything's off grid. So if this is something you're interested in, go ahead and contact Keller Williams. And if you have any questions about how anything works or anything else, you're more than welcome to have them get in contact with me or have them relay my phone number, and I can walk you through anything that you need to know. So I hope somebody finds this paradise as pleasurable as me. And the last couple things, I guess, is it's 2.5 acres. It's fully wooded. It's on the side of a mountain, about 150 feet off the valley floor. So this is the valley floor you're looking at. And you can see right down here by that bush, this is the road you come up. You only have one neighbor, which is this pot growers here, and they own the house over here. And to the left of me, to the right of me, and everything up the mountain is all owned by somebody that lives in Minnesota who doesn't plan to move out here. So you don't have to worry about any other people building around you, and you have the seclusion of being at the end of the road. And by being on the side of the mountain, you get these beautiful views that I'm going to lose out on. So I hope everybody has a good day. I hope you find happiness in this hummingbird ranch as I have found, and I'll talk to you guys later.